Alright then, here we have an explosion. I've just imported it from the scripts, and it plays like that. Now, as you may already know, it takes a while to export. So when you try and render it, it takes a while for each frame. And if you've got a lot of explosions, so let's just duplicate this. So we've got 3 explosions at the same time. If we try and render that, you can see it's taking a while. And then eventually it is done. But the trouble is, if you're exporting an animation, you don't want it to take that long for each frame, especially if you've got a lot of particle layers. There is a way around this. So let's delete these. And let's put the explosion back in the middle. Actually, let's move it down a bit. You need to make sure that the whole explosion is inside the purple box. Let's move it back a bit here. Let's make it a bit smaller, just to fit it in. There you go, that fits in. Okay, and now what we do is we go to export it like any old animation. So File, Export, Entire Animation, and do QuickTime. Now you have to have QuickTime to get this to work. Okay. We'll just call it Explosion. Okay, then we look at the compression type and we change it to PNG. And then we go to depth and millions of colours plus. Now, the millions of colours plus means millions of colours and alpha. Okay, so we'll export that, and it'll start going very slowly, as usual. Now, to start off, you have to export the animation, so once it's finished, we'll carry on. One thing I forgot to mention is that you need to tick the do not pre-multiply alpha channel, otherwise it just won't work. Alright, now it's done then, and you'll notice it's got a black background. Now, that's black just because there is nothing there, it's not actually black. Okay, so that's good enough. Now we can delete this explosion, and then we go File, File, Import, Movie. Then we go down to here to Explosion, and then we've got an explosion. So if we render, it's instant, which is quite useful. No matter how big it is, it's just instant, and it looks just as good. And the best bit about it is, no matter how many copies of this we make, it's still pretty much instant, which is very useful. And because they've got alpha, you can still draw behind them, and it won't look any different. So that's how you can speed up particle effects.